I'm Laura O'Hagan, and I'm an artist. I work in mosaics and sculptural ceramics. I suppose with my work I'd be a little bit hesitant at the beginning and sort of lacking confidence a little and finding my way with doing a piece of work. So I'm kind of lucky that the work has to go through a few different layers. It's a bit of an onion thing going on where you start off with an idea in your head and then eventually you get out of your head onto a canvas. Then from that, if I'm happy with that, I can go to the client and say, look, okay, happy with that, and try and show them then, create a storyboard for them, show them bits of glass, bits of ceramic, try and not give them the full story, but give them an idea of it. And then that allows me leeway with creating the full story at the end of the day because I'm translating yet to another medium. And it kind of gives me a freedom of creation because if you're finished one thing, it's already finished. So I can't finish at the beginning. It's only it sort of, bring you in a bit and start telling you the story and hope you're grabbing them and then give them the full story and hope at the end of it they're pleasantly surprised. Sometimes transitioning from one medium to another is difficult for people, so I start with an acrylic sketch or a pastel, but this one I did an acrylic sketch, and in order to kind of explain the acrylic sketch, I would do a storyboard for somebody. So the storyboard basically would come out like this. That was just talking about movement. But the storyboard would just kind of describe maybe where the piece was going to go and what it was about and the actual transitioning from one medium to the other. So you're going to show them the tile that's going to become a mosaic, but hand paint the tile first and show them the different types. This is a handmade tile, these two are handmade with something impressed into them, these are hand painted, and then these are the the little bits of glass mosaic that I would use maybe for little flashes of colour in and out of it. Paint, or even when you walk, and the feeling I love about Ireland is you can feel free out in the countryside within a few minutes. Even here in the workshop, like in the hills behind, I can just go up and kind of feel like I'm kind of walking in the hills. And for me, this is kind of the hills. I was just like, you can see trees in the background maybe, or a river or water. For me, this is kind of looking out at Ireland, like when you're in your office and you're hoping to get out somewhere, or you're wondering like, what are we so, I don't know, feel good about? Like, and I just feel good when I get out in the hills and the wind in your face, either there or the sea, and I'm happy. So, and you can be close to either of them. I was delighted that I was able to capture that feeling for myself. Because sometimes you don't trust yourself, painting and afterwards saying, can I do it, can I do it? But I was here and again, it was like 2 or 3 in the morning and I was like, okay, I think I have it now. I'm happy with that. I suppose it looks smaller after the years, but great to see it, and it still looks fresh. I called this piece of artwork Growing Up, and it's going into a school. It was a % for Art scheme, so I thought Growing Up was the perfect title. And then the trees for me were growing up and up and up and out, and the school I think starts off with the lower levels of classes, and as they grow up to 6th year and then beyond. So the window above kind of reflects on the beyond, if you like. Walking through the forest and just thinking about things gives you a nice space. So I thought it'd be a nice contemplative space for the kids in the school and for the teachers. And when you come out the library, you see a different type of thing. And there's all that little connection with trees and books and colour and play, just in a gentle way. And it's a very simple piece, really. But there are layers and layers of colour and layers of thought, and it maybe it would inspire the students to do something themselves. You never really know. I mean, some people would recognise me as an artist, some people wouldn't. I never get kind of, I've got a couple of % for art schemes, but I haven't really felt that I'm recognised as an artist. I'll just keep going, and I'm beginning to, I think, more enjoy the fact that I'm getting more confident as an artist myself and for my family, more so than for the bigger picture, and whatever happens, happens. Yeah, I don't know if I'm recognised or not. It doesn't feel it to me, but I just keep working. The working with your hands thing, it's like walking. When you go for a walk and you feel better after it, when you're working with your hands and your whole body is working, your mind, your eyes, your hands, your legs, everything, it just feels right to me. And I think the traditional skills, even though time was cheap, or labour was cheap years ago, those skills of working and keeping them alive, I think, are hugely important. And being an artist with those skills, you're not just doing a repetitious thing, it's being the artist with the skills. Combining the two, for me, is the better artist. But who's to say? You know, you just don't know. There's so many things out there these days that I admire.